While a variable can only hold a single value or element, a list can hold and process multiple items. That's why list commands and reporters are located in the orange variables category, but they're colored red to distinguish them from variables. The black arrows allow us to add or remove items from the list. Let's start by adding a few European capital cities. You can add more if you like. Like variables, lists have the typical oval shape of reporters and show stored values when clicked. By the way, lists can also contain empty elements, and there are even completely empty lists that have no elements at all. Lists are a central concept in Snap, and unlike many other block-based languages, they are first-class objects. This means that they can be used directly as input, stored in variables, and there are reporters that can return lists. Let's try a few things. You can address and return specific elements in a list, with the first element having index 1. In some programming languages, lists start at index 0. The stacked icon indicates an input field that accepts lists only, while white oval or square input fields accept almost any form of data and reporter. It's also possible to get various properties of a list, for example, its length. You can edit the list to create a new list, such as a sorted version. Often it's useful to store the list in a variable so that you can work with it more easily when using commands or use it as input. As you already know, variables can be displayed on the stage even when it contains a list. Now you can work with the list using various commands like add, delete, replace items, and more. You can also use all the items in the list together or one at a time. Here, Alonso names all the capitals stored in the list. This block processes each item in the list separately, one after the other. There are many more things you can do with lists, which we'll look at later in the course. But for now, it's your turn. Go to the next exercise and practice working with lists.